Okay, so Isaac, I think we are at a good pausing point here. I think now would be a good time to have a chat with our guest speakers. And James, if you're there, I'd like to have a quick conversation with you. Are you with us?
Yes.
Perfect. How's it going?
Very well.
Great. So I know you said you've been pretty busy lately, so business must be pretty good. So I appreciate you taking the time to join us. So can you tell us a little bit about Fox Woodworking? And I know your company's based in Pennsylvania, but how did you get started in the woodworking industry, and what type of products do you build?
Well, woodworking's been something I've kind of done as long as I can remember. I didn't really get into it as on my own until about, oh god, no, it actually is almost 20 years now.
Wow.
But I left graduate school after enough of that, and went to work for a cabinet shop, and then went to work on my own. It's just throughout my life, it's always been the one thing I come back to with, it's just, I just like making stuff. So,
Right.
like that. And it's always a new challenge. Each job has its unique, solutions for problems, and that's what really keeps me interested. So.
Yeah. Good. Well, I did some checking, and it looks like you purchased Microvellum back in 2011. But after all these years, I've always wondered what led you to making the decision to move forward with Microvellum. I mean, you're kind of a small business, I think. How many people do you have there with you working?
Right now it's one, maybe one and a half. I actually work
one and a half.
Yeah.
And so what were some of the decision factors in helping you pull that trigger and move forward with Microvellum?
Well, I started with the whole, pencil and paper and the drawing board and the T-square, and that got to be annoying when people would make changes. And then I was using AutoCAD for a while. So when I decided to look into actual software, since Microvellum is based on AutoCAD, it was one of the first ones I looked at, since there was already a familiarity there. And then sales presentation came down, and I just really felt comfortable with it. The renderings were nice. Having the cut list and everything was a big step up from before, because I'd always end up ordering like one or two extra sheets because I wasn't sure if I had laid it out exactly right, and so that stopped. Now I just order what I need, and it's just really helps keep everything organized and running smoothly in the shop. Like once you've done it, once you've drawn it up on the computer, it's really just a matter of going down and following the cut list and putting it together.
Right. And so, I mean, following the cut list and putting it together, so I know you don't have any CNC machines, and some people out there may be under the impression that, one of the big benefits, and it's true, one of the big benefits that comes from Microvellum is that machine connectivity. So it sounds like you've been able to leverage Microvellum despite not having CNC machinery, using those cut lists and patterns to be able to link to your saw machine and other machinery.
Yeah, that's and that was part of moving ahead with the Microvellum, knowing that in the future, should I add CNC, I'm ready to go.
Right.
But it does enough in terms of the drawing, the presentation aspect when you're meeting with homeowners who aren't really used to working with drawings, and they need a more visual aspect than just two-dimensional drawings. So it really helps on that side, and it's really smooth everything out for me.
Yeah, and so as far as the custom products, I know from your website there's quite a bit of custom crafted type furniture that you build. So do you use Microvellum for any of that, and if so, how does some of the tools help you speed up that process?
Yeah, well, most everything that I make anymore goes through Microvellum. Even stuff that there aren't always like a specific product, but there's essentially a blank product that you can then just add the parts yourself. And I use that a lot. I built a bed for somebody a few months ago, and created that in Microvellum with the advantage being you can make things parametric without too much effort, so that when as you're laying it out and you realize it should be an extra couple inches bigger, you just change the width and everything it changes with it.
Yeah.
But I 9 times out of 10 I'm starting with a product out of the library and then making some changes to it. Usually using just the various sub-assembly structures available, and every now and then it's something weird. The cabinets in this picture on the screen, the big picture, the cabinets around the refrigerator, they needed a notch cut out on the top for like a ductwork. So those cabinets, that's actually a notch cut out of that, and that all got drawn up in Microvellum, and just a matter, then when it's time to cut it, just laid out each individual part and cut them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Definitely time savers. I know that feature right there is actually one that's built into the latest library to allow for notches like that, whether it be on the top, side, bottom, wherever. So that's awesome that there's an example of that there. I also wanted to chat a little bit about your involvement with the Microvellum User Advisory Group. I know you've been a member of that since the beginning, but what has your experience been like, and what made you want to even join the group in the first place?
Well, it's really good. The group is it's nice because it's it's like a direct feedback to the company. So when you're using something, when you're doing something, and you've like I think one of the biggest things we changed that was really great was in one of the interfaces for changing part sizes, you used to be able to close it, but then you'd have to go somewhere else to redraw it. And through the group, in feedback, we said, can't we have a button that says close it and redraw? So, it's just great that you can kind of interact straight with the people making it, and they actually, they'll respond, they listen to you, they're working they want to know what we think so that they can make it better. And that's
yeah.
Really great thing.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's definitely been great having you part of that event or that group, and we are having that event in April, and I wish you were able to make it, but maybe we can catch up at another event, maybe in Australia later this year.
Yeah, well, I was telling him earlier, I'll probably be in Prague about that point, so I'll
yeah. Yeah. All right, well, I think we've taken enough of your time, and I definitely appreciate your feedback and for joining us today.
Great. Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. So we next want to hear from Junior from Mission Bell. Are you there, Junior?
Yep, I'm here.
Perfect. How's it going today?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So I know some people out there listening in probably know a little bit about Mission Bell, what you do. You've been around a long time. But can you tell us a little bit more about maybe Mission Bell and what the type of product that you primarily build?
Yeah, we've been around for quite a bit. Founded in 1959. Mission Bell is a California-based company we specialize in quality architectural woodwork, millwork, and custom casework. We focus on one-of-a-kind quality woodwork, fixtures, and standard production cabinets. In addition to that, we also source and stock unique reclaimed salvage wood that comes with great stories.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've seen a lot of those videos on YouTube and seen some of those projects. That reclaimed wood seems to be all the rage right now, so it's definitely impressive. Over. Yeah. So how many employees do you have there now?
Well, last I checked, the hard number was about, I want to say 230, but we are growing. It's 200 plus. We just hired a few more employees, constantly looking for talent.
Yeah.
We don't let talent pass our way, so we're booming.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So I know that Mission Bell is a highly automated shop, but can you describe some of the machinery that you have?
Yeah, sure. Well, we have a panel press. We've got 2 Holcim beam saws. One of the beam saws is integrated with the whole mag automation IntelliStore, which is an intelligent storage and retrieval system. We have 2 wiki point-to-points, 1 wiki nested machine, 1 multi-cam nested machine, Ganomat, 1 case clamp. We also have a full mill in place, and to add to that, we have a veneer department that we splice and stitch our own veneer.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. That's a lot of machines, and those
Yeah.
IntelliStores or IntelliStore machines are pretty amazing. But it's definitely a time saver.
It takes a little bit to set up, but once it's going, it's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so can I assume that Microvellum is driving those point-to-point machines and nested-based routers?
Yes, they are. They're driving pretty much the whole shop.
Yep, that's
We
awesome.
got connectivity to just about every machine. Oh, and I didn't mention our edge bander that we have a custom groover that's attached to our edge bander that Microvellum was able to create a barcode system to have that work correctly, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And so at one point I know that, and maybe you don't want to talk about this too much, but I know you were using a combination of other software along with Microvellum at one point, but that's not so much the case anymore.
No, we're solely using Microvellum. Yeah, we kind of stepped away.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I'll leave it at that.
yeah, I get that. And so what were some of the things in that that led you to abandoning those other systems?
Well, I guess I could just talk more on the Microvellum software. The complexity
Sure,
of work, that we do. Having a software that is integrated with AutoCAD is a plus for us. At Mission Bell, we have a unique way of doing things, and Microvellum makes that easy for us. Let's probably go on to the other few questions you have, but having the capability of adjusting something that fits our company is a plus, So
right. Yeah, I get that. And so, what does it take actually for you to? You talk about this process and making it easier. What can you describe, kind of briefly, how that process works? After a project is awarded, what happens?
Usually, when a project's awarded, or after it's awarded, the project gets assigned to a project manager. Project manager, an estimator, and engineer have a handoff. Once the project's handed off, the engineer starts drafting his project using Microvellum to help draw his 2D plans and elevations, and also his sections. That process, that alone, speeds up our drafting. Once submittal is approved, project manager will order material off approved set. Once material is ordered, the project manager and scheduler will break out work orders, and assign each task to an engineer. Sometimes we have multiple engineers working on the same project. So having the ability to work on, having multiple people to work on the same project is, definitely a key factor. Let's see, and using Microvellum to produce all the machine data, parts, labels, reports, to release the tasks to the shop. We created a SOP, which is a standard operating procedure that helps these engineers release these products to the shop. Having all the same release makes it easier for the shop, so they're not looking at different release packages. So Microvellum helps keep that organized. I think James mentioned that just a little while ago. Using Microvellum to keep everything organized. A lot of our straight casework goes through the beam saw, single part G-code. Complex items go through the nested machine. Once everything is machined, fixture items will go to a bench to get built. Straight casework goes through a production line. After everything is assembled, it'll get wrapped up and ready for delivery, and then, of course, install.
Yeah.
Kind of in a nutshell, but there's a lot of little pieces that are in there that weren't mentioned, but Microvellum is a big part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. It definitely sounds like you have your process pretty dialed in. But what happens when you have revisions? Do you feel that we've been able to help with that at all? The reduced reworks?
Oh, definitely. The reworks, being able to change, of course, the Microvellum products on the fly, help redoing the submittals. One of the things that stands out for me is creating standard products that everybody could use, like developing a product in a way that makes it easier for a user not having to think how it's built, thinking how to build the box, just by adding what I call easy buttons, makes a lot of things easier for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much the bulk of the questions I wanted to ask you. But finally, the one other thing, you're definitely part of the advisory board as well, and it's always great to have a chance to get to talk to you. You come up here quite frequently, actually, and so that's always a good time when you come up. But what sort of benefits do you feel that Mission Bell has gained by being a part of that group?
I think more than anything, it's, of course, Microvellum, the advisory board is a big part of Mission Bell. We value the partnership that we developed over the years. You guys being able to hear our voice, our wants, our needs, and addressing them. And even though it's not what everyone else is doing, but you're able to custom tailor to what we want. So being part of this user advisory board is a big benefit in the support and understanding of our day-to-day.
Right. Well, that's good, and we're definitely looking forward to seeing you again this April. This event is going to be bigger, and we'll have more opportunities and more dedicated classrooms, and so it's going to be a great event.
It's going to be awesome. Dominic's going to have to step it up a notch, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll let him know that you said that, but you won't be disappointed. We have some amazing new advancements to show off. So anyways, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us, and we'll look forward to seeing you in April.
Anytime. I appreciate being a part of this.